Okay, it's Wednesday, May 28th. Let's get started with some of the updates.
Great thing because your parents are going to be free and clean, and I hope we can do it by tomorrow. Is that okay? We'll try getting it done tomorrow. So
wonderful.
give them, I don't know them, but give them my regards and wish them a good life. Congratulate your parents.
Congratulations, Savannah.
And Alice had a lot to do with this, and just congratulate your parents. And I hear they're terrific people. This should not have happened. So, and you just take care. Boy, they have good children. You're no longer children, but I'll say it anyway. They have good children, don't they? Huh?
So, as you can see here, this is breaking news. President Trump has pardoned the Chrisleys from the show Chrisley Knows Best. A guy who I believed was gay was married with children, despite that. Because my girlfriend would make me watch this stupid fucking show. And so these scumbags were... so let's get into this a little bit here, because I don't agree with this at all, and I don't know why it's happening. And I want to preface it with this. Democrats and their left-wing supporters are like NPCs, non-playable characters. They blindly follow everything their candidates do. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's their candidate, whatever they're doing, however they're screwing everybody over and doing stupid things, it's perfectly fine. They love it. Conservatives, we actually use our brains and we hold our candidates accountable for their actions. That doesn't mean that we turn our backs on them and we no longer support them. It means that we can be supportive when there's good things happening, and we can be critical when there's not so good things happening. So I have been absolutely supportive of President Trump. I voted for him 3 times. I have been a Trump supporter. I'm not supportive of this decision. I don't really understand it. Granted, they didn't call me to give me an update, but let's get into a little bit of who these shitbags are. President Donald Trump announced on Monday, May 27th, that he will fully pardon Chrisley Knows Best reality stars Todd and Julie Chrisley of their financial crimes. The husband and wife were convicted in 2022 of conspiring to defraud banks out of more than $30 million in loans and engaging in federal tax evasion. The Chrisleys, who pleaded not guilty, had their prison sentences shortened in 23 for being model inmates. Well, of course, they're blue-collar criminal sissies. They're not going to survive in jail. Of course you're going to behave yourself. So Todd's 12-year sentence in Florida was reduced to 10 years, while Julie's 7-year sentence in Kentucky was reduced to 5 years. The 27-year-old daughter, Savannah, has consistently advocated for their release. Your parents are going to be free tomorrow and clean. I hope we can do it by tomorrow, Trump told Savannah during a Tuesday phone call that was recorded and posted on social media by a White House aide. I don't know them, but give them my regards and wish them a good life. Here's what to know about what led up to this pardon, how the 5 Chrisley children have reacted to the news when Julie and Todd will likely be coming home. Why were the Chrisleys behind bars? According to prosecutors, before they became the heads of a reality TV empire, the Chrisleys submitted false documents to get fraudulent loans, then paid them off by obtaining more fraudulent loans. The couple was also accused of years of tax evasion, allegedly defaulting on more than $20 million in debt when Todd declared bankruptcy in 2012 after a 3-week trial in Atlanta. In 2022, a federal grand jury found Julie and Todd guilty of 8 counts of financial fraud and 2 counts of tax evasion. Julie was convicted of additional counts of wire fraud and obstruction of justice. During his call with Savannah, Trump said he'd been told that Julie and Todd were given a pretty harsh treatment, adding, I hear they're terrific people. They don't sound like terrific people, do they? They sound like shitbags that got away for a while with things that you and I would never get away with. I hear they're terrific people. This should not have happened. Savannah has claimed that her parents were mistreated behind bars, alleging to the Daily Mail in 2023 that her dad was held in 100-degree heat without air conditioning and that the ice machines were padlocked to retaliate against inmates. Inmates have ice machines now. The state of our prison system is absolutely ridiculous. You used to get punished when you went to prison. That was the point. You were supposed to not have a fun time while you're there because you did wrong things and you've given up your freedom and now you have to be in an unhappy and uncomfortable situation. I know somebody, and I won't get into details, that is in jail And this person had access to, and I know this firsthand, okay, so I'm not exaggerating in this, access to a tablet to make free video and phone calls pretty much whenever they want. If they got money put in their fucking thing, whatever it is, so they can buy smokes or a loofah or whatever they need. They get money in that, and they can buy songs and put it on the tablet. They can buy or rent movies so they can watch movies. I mean, prison has turned into a mini Club Med at this point. So if you're somebody whose life sucks and you can't do anything, why not just fucking stay in prison? With the taxpayers funding your not so bad lifestyle from what I can see. Let's continue. Retaliate against where mom is, they just don't. It's bad, she said. At the time, prison representatives issued statements asserting that people in custody were treated humanely. Trump added that Alice Marie Johnson, who stood beside him during the call, had a lot to do with the pardoning of the Chrisleys. She was the woman in that video that you just saw. I have no fucking clue who she is. 2018, the president commuted Johnson's sentence to life in prison for a nonviolent drug offense. Okay, so she got off nonviolent drug offense. He announced this February that Johnson would be his pardon czar, offering recommendations on who to pardon. So now this woman is coming up with people to pardon, and she thought it was a good idea to pardon white-collar criminals that got away with stuff that we as regular tax-paying citizens never would. So I guess Chrisleys are supporters of the president, have been pretty vocal about how they feel about the president. When Trump was found guilty in his hush money trial in May 2024, for example, Savannah said on Instagram that it was undeniably a somber day, not only for his supporters, but for anyone who believes in the principles of fairness and justice. Chrisleys' attorney, Alex Little, has also maintained that his case was political. President Trump recognized what we've argued from the beginning. Todd and Julie were targeted because of their conservative values and high profile. Little said in a statement, their prosecution was tainted by multiple constitutional violations and political bias. Meanwhile, Savannah told People that she has been advocating for her parents to be pardoned through the proper channels. In a video celebrating the news of her parents' release, she thanked unspecified political figures for believing in her and her family. Fox reports that at the 2024 Republican National Convention in July, she criticized rogue prosecutors and claimed that the judge attempted to insult her family by calling them the Trumps of the South. This February, she shared on Instagram that she had a lunch at the White House as part of her fight against the Department of Injustice. So how did the Chrisley family react to the pardon? Savannah grabbed a Make America Great Again hat and filmed on Instagram. I saw that video on TikTok. I didn't include it on here. But she did a video, and she was in total Trump gear, and she was saying how grateful she was and how happy she was to receive the phone call. Declaring that she is forever grateful to Trump, she also thanked lawyers, fans, and unnamed political figures for their support. It still doesn't feel real, Savannah said. It doesn't. I'm freaking out. She vowed that she will stand next to Trump and his administration and expose corruption in a seeming reference to previous claims she has made about issues within the prison system. So, I'm still a supporter of Trump. This isn't, I'm not a fair weather fan, someone that jumps on and off the bandwagon whenever something happens, but this is a decision I don't agree with. First and foremost, I'm someone that's for the people first. Not one man and not one president, not one thing above everybody else. I'm about the people and what's fair for the people. And if we couldn't get away with it, these shitbags that were skirting the system should not be getting away with it as well. I don't care how many fans are going on and going, oh my God, I love the Chrisleys. I'm so happy. Shut up. This is stupid. And I don't agree with it. So that's the distinction between conservatives and the left and Democrats. We'll give criticism where it's due and hold our representatives accountable. I don't agree with this. I believe there's probably a lot more regular citizens that are in jail for stupid things, low-level drug charges and things like that should be let out far sooner than these people. So that's the first update for today, and I got more coming soon.